6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find. Find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Hello guys, how's everybody doing? I wanted to go live an hour ago, but I couldn't because I had an appointment, but trust and believe, I was really wanting my obligation, my appointment to be over so I could talk to you guys about this, because what the hell? So those who don't know, Cam was arrested. I learned this through Trev Time. I think he's going live here in a couple hours with Josh and Justin. You guys should definitely check that out. That will be very interesting. Here, let me pull this up. I have more to talk about, though, than just this incident about them, because finally I get to speak about something that has been bothering me about them for a long time that I couldn't talk about because I was sworn to secrecy. Well, now I am able to speak on it because of the blaringly obvious bullshit, I guess, that they're up to. And now people, they're burning bridges left and right. Seriously, that's why I've been super irritated with them, guys, and why I wanted to freaking blow my freaking gasket, because of the things that he said about me and put out there. It's just unreal to me, knowing what I knew and know now that he was up to. He was arrested on the 28th. I would love to know the time of this. Oh, what? You were in Virginia? You were in Virginia? What? Really? Because that's not what you told somebody that you were trying to get money off of them at 2 a.m. Well, actually, all night. The person clearly said no. How many times did the person have to tell you no, that they're struggling themselves before you took, you never took a hint. The person literally had to tell you to stop, to never ask them for money ever again. That's what it's came to, Cam. This is really, really sad. You've hit rock bottom. You need to get help. Like, this is unreal. Same thing with Allie. Let me show you guys something that you're going to be. This is a shocking picture that nobody's seen. Until today. Have to send it over to my computer because I just remembered about it, and it's, you guys are going to be very interested to see this. It pisses me off because I know the shit that they've been doing behind the scenes, you know. Okay, let me pull this up. So arrested on the 28th. I would like to know what time that was, because you were supposed to be in North Carolina according to your bullshit. At least that's what you were telling. I'm sure there's more people out there that they were contacting. What's this? Cam, what happened to your hand? So his what he was telling the person, which I'm not going to tell the person's name, and I'm sure there's more than one. So, and this person has been very good to them, and of course now feels very taken advantage of and lied to, because you were contacting them within hours of you getting arrested. That's why I'd like to know the time, because it was Friday night that you were texting them all evening, begging for money for a hotel room because you needed skin grafts for your hand. Because you supposedly got a burn. Okay? The thing is, though, things started to obviously look suspicious to this person, and because of everything, the behavior changed. When the person told them no, that they didn't have it, that they were actually struggling themselves right now with other obligations, Cam would not let up. He didn't take no for an answer. And no, I don't have screenshots of it. And maybe this person doesn't, love, like, genuinely cares for Cam and Allie and wants them to get help. This is not to, like, but the gig's up, man. Seriously. It's really sad. I don't even know. Like, it's seriously really sad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a burn? Some people, I don't know. But he was supposedly supposed to be in North Carolina for a skin graft. Why did he get arrested in Virginia? You guys do not speak on other people's lives, or I mean, when your side of the street is this dirty as Cam's is, he should not be speaking on anybody else. Shoot up between their. Yeah, now it's just this. Now this could be, you guys, this could be like what they need. I guess it wasn't bad enough to lose their kids, you know. Now they have to be. You guys, I've been through addiction myself, so I'm trying to be sensitive. It's really difficult with when I know the shit he's been up to. That's how I started to notice some when I started. Yes, this was a common thing with them recently, asking this person for money. But they would only contact them for money. That's the only time that they would contact this person usually. Recently, anyways. Or they're making a horse medication with fentanyl. This does, in a way, it does look like a burn. I mean, it does, but I could see. I looked up that crocodile stuff, and some of the pictures look a lot like crocodile, but I could see, to me, it looks, I don't know, was he doing shake and bake? Oh, that's so funny. Jinx. Are you serious? This is going to start coming out, guys. I'm telling you. This is why there's, I guess, saying this. It doesn't make sense to me. If you need money that bad, why aren't you at least live on YouTube? There's still people like giving them money more than willing, even after probably seeing all this. The very least you could be doing is going live, and you know, I don't understand. Yeah, I'll look that up in a second. It does look, some of the pictures look similar. Yes, Candid. Yep. This photo was sent out. I don't know why they're in rehab. I don't know, Tammy. Yeah, what do you think it looks like? Emma, you're a nurse, right? Are you serious? I'm glad you did. Thank you, Trev, for posting that, because it was because of your post that I was made aware. And, you know, I was keeping their little dirty secrets because I really, because that's just, if I say I'm not going to say something, especially something as serious as this, I'm not going to say anything. it is a very touchy subject, but something has to give. Like, they're on YouTube saying, let me see, let's pull that up. This way, if I dye my hair without gloves, my hands go the same color, white, just like that. It's chemical burn last week. The back is necrosis. That's what somebody else, yeah, that's the chemical burn thing is what I was. I don't this would have, you would think that they're getting their kids taken would be, it's so sad, Cam. You guys have such potential. They do. They have such potential, like both of them.
Asked for money. We haven't asked anybody for money. We asked for prayer. And guess what? We have a team.
Okay, listen to this.
Asked for money. We haven't asked anybody.
We haven't asked for money, is what they just said, or what he just said. We haven't been asking for money. We've been just asking for prayers. For all those comments that say go to rehab, well, rehab was not needed, but structure and getting plugged into groups was needed, and have attended them for quite a few months. Now we are stronger than ever and ready for war to fight for our children and prove that all these allegations and charges are lies.
That's right. Asked for money. We haven't asked anybody for money. We asked for prayer. And guess what? We have a team of lawyers because God does provide. Not from anybody donating money to us because we didn't ask for it. But God provided because of prayer. Now let me tell you another thing. We're getting experts certified in to testify because the criminal side of this, it's all getting dismissed. Our children were well taken care of. They're safe, sound, and they will be back in their mommy and daddy's loving care and embrace. Just know you don't know everything. Those who support us, keep on supporting, keep praying. You won't regret it.
When the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait, I'm not done now. The devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. When the devil comes at you, maybe it's because you're trying to do something right.
As for me,
oh, that's what it is. You're doing something right. That's it, Cam. You're doing something right. And that's why, okay. See how people's minds can, how your mind can play tricks on you and make you think that, make you feel like you're in the right. That it's easier to fall into that type of pattern or behavior when you're using, because you're not in your right mind, obviously. So I'm not. Yeah, I know. I would be pissed if Cam got Allie into using. Now she's an adult, okay, but I would be pissed at him if I were her, if he was her introduction into it, because she had a bright future. She's really skating on thin ice. This is her opportunity. This is her probably one opportunity to have this little hiccup in her life. It's a big hiccup, but she could totally turn it around. It's not to the point of no return yet for Allie. But she would have to, because her license is still effective. But, maybe she can get the charges dropped or lowered to something that won't affect her license. Maybe she'll be able to turn this around. But she needs to the gig's up is all I have to say. upside down cross. It's a plus sign. I get. Is that what?
All right.
How come I can't ever find the dates on these things?
All right, guys, I wanted to give you an update. This sign right here behind me says help is a prayer away. We need your prayers. We're trying to build a team of attorneys. As we ask for money, we haven't asked anybody for money. We asked for prayer.
The 26th. You haven't asked anybody for money? Literally a day after. You already had been asked. I already knew before this one that you were asking for money from people. And it wasn't like it wasn't like a one-time thing or something. No, and when they would say no, you would really like lay it on them, Cam, and you know it. And that's horrible. You know that you were so in the wrong for that. And I hope to God that you take this as a wake-up call instead of an attack. And please don't take it out on the person who, because you know they're a really, really good person, Cam. And if it's gotten to this, that something's really wrong.
All right, guys, I wanted to give you an update. This sign right here behind me says help is a prayer away. We need your prayers. We're trying to build a team of attorneys, as we've been advised by our custody attorney. We're not rich people by no means, but we're willing to do everything it takes to fight for this.
So tell me why they haven't been live on YouTube. Why? I know. I know. I think that I agree with Emma. I thought chemical burn as well. It doesn't, it looks like he accidentally put his hand on something like a car motor or something, or I don't know. Oh, I'll tell you what he said. You guys want to know what his story was? What happened to his hand? You want to hear this one? So what he claims happened to his hand is that he was helping his mother-in-law with a bee's nest. And he was trying to catch it on fire, I guess, threw gasoline on it or something. And it blew up, supposedly. That's what he says happened. Here, I'll put it back on the screen for those that are coming in. That is, I guess, Cam's hand, because he is the one that sent this picture out saying that he needed money for a hotel room, that he had to travel to this hospital. Okay, guys, this was Friday night. He claimed Saturday morning, the day he was arrested. He was arrested 2 days ago for public intox. Friday night, he was messaging this person saying that he needed a hotel room, $80 for a hotel room, and if they could please help. And he had to travel to a hospital in North Carolina because it was the only place that does skin grafts, and he needed a skin graft the following morning and didn't want to sleep in the car. So could you please give me $80 for a hotel room? I'll never ask again, blah, blah, blah. Person, messaged me and asked me what my opinion. And I feel bad for them because, or not Cam and Allie, but I mean, I do feel bad for them that they're in this struggle, but I felt bad that Cam put this person on the spot like that and then proceeded to make him feel really bad, you know, and continue to text this person until 2 a.m. Let me tell you another thing too. Oh, about a month ago, probably, right? Or whenever the stuff, right before the stuff started coming out about Cam and Allie, about, you know, the stuff with their children. Cam had contacted this person again, needing to borrow a significant amount of money, several hundred, and swore he would pay it back because he has a $10,000 tax check coming. Did he attempt to pay that back? No, I mean, the next time he contacted the person was for money. And I know this person feels really bad too. So Cam, I hope to God that you understand you're not a horrible person. And I know there's a good person in there somewhere. Same with Allie. Please just accept responsibility for this and just do what you got to do to get your kids back. And take responsibility for this and don't put it on, you know, her because, or them because, you know, this is out of control. He had to have known this was going to come out eventually. But he's so desperate at this point, I don't think he cares. I don't understand why they don't go. If it's opiates that they're on, why don't they freaking go to a clinic or something and get on Suboxone? Anything. I mean, at least that would be legal. Where did this come from? They have another channel? Hold on. Somebody just sent me this. So he was live. What's this? They have a channel called Cam and Allie. So there's his hand. Let me see if I didn't know they had another channel. What the hell is this? Where did can somebody send me the link where they got this to the person who emailed me this screenshot? Any way you can send me the link?
That boy just won't quit.
He just won't quit.
He just watch him. He'll get back up, and he'll get up swinging, and he'll try again. He just
Swinging,
won't
baby.
Don't quit. Get off your butt. Get out of those stands. Get in the arena. Get dirty. Get sweaty. Get bloody. Get knocked down. Get back up. Get knocked down again.
It is really good advice, Cam, but you have to work on yourself. You can't project your responsibility onto others. This is for people who actually accept responsibility for their shit and are able to recognize what to do different next time to hopefully not get knocked down again.
Get back up.
And look the
when
devil in
people
the eye.
point at you and laugh at your failures, say, yeah, I'm in the arena with a sword in my hand. And you're sitting up there in the stand with a biscuit in yours. Who's more proud?
Yeah, I know for a fact that my husband dealt with addiction for 20 years and can't love them sober. Yeah. A friend so addicted to opiates, he wrecked his car to get pain meds. Yes, I've seen that, guys. I've seen somebody have their son beat them with a baseball bat so they could get opiates. And guess what? The doctor didn't even get it. They got what is that called? Ultram or something. I don't know who that guy is. It's somebody that Cam had shared. They have a tarot card reading channel? I don't think so. Hey, Life is Beautiful. That looks like a severe burn that went untreated. Cam needs to be seen by a doctor, cut away all that dead necrotic tissue, and evaluate what the damages are. Huh. I didn't see this other channel. I don't know. If whoever sent me the screenshot, let's see. This is Cam and Allie. That's what I'm typing in, but see, the thing is, like, if they're got another channel where to, why I don't understand why they haven't been going live. Oh, no. That's not a fake picture at all. Literally, somebody has him on, sent me a screenshot with his hand all bandaged up. All right, crime stories. See you later. I agree, Miss Fletcher. That'd be the best thing. And you know what? They would have an immense amount of support from people. And I mean, seriously, if they would just come clean and be honest that they're struggling, you know, at this point, I feel like that's their only option. I don't feel like there's no way they can come on here now at this point and make excuses. What are they going to say? Oh, what were you using, Cam, when you got the public Intox? In Virginia, by the way. You weren't in North Carolina for your hand. I mean, unless I don't know what time this charge happened. It doesn't say, but I know it's Yes, that's his hand, Dick Dollar. This was sent to somebody privately when they were trying to get money from him. And thankfully, this person stopped giving him money recently because they noticed a change. Yeah, Allie is using too. She was also, yes, I would love to have you come up, Justin. I have to pee, so that would be amazing. Here, I'll send you the link. Actually, I guess I put the link in the chat. If she was arrested, but not for a public intox that I know of. She got the neglect charges earlier on before this incident. This public intox was only a couple days ago. A lot of them don't, but once you get to a point that you have to, oh, she got the pic from Facebook. Hey, Andrew.
Hi. What the hell is wrong with his hand?
I don't know. That's what he sent somebody when he was trying to get money. He said it was a 3rd-degree burn. He tried to say that he got it from trying to catch on, or to try to get rid of a bee's nest or something, or a wasp nest, and he poured gasoline on it, and supposedly it blew up in his hand, or it came up, and I don't know. What do you think?
No,
Does it look like? Have you ever seen anybody make meth, like shake and bake? I've never seen it in person.
Only in movies and shit. Never in real life, but only in movies. But no, that looks more of like a chemical burn than it is an actual 3rd degree. Oh, there's Justin.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just think, listen, I'm in the middle of doing something that's close to chest with a close friend of mine, but I have to take a minute from it because it's starting to get heavy. So I come over and was seeing what you were doing, and then I seen this, and I'm like,
Yeah. Did you hear that he was arrested again a couple days ago?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So what's crazy is like he started messaging this person. He would not stop. Like, and it was making them feel really bad because, like, it was making them feel really bad. Like, Cam was really pressuring this person for money, and he was really laying it on thick about, how he'd have to sleep in it was, mind you guys, it was 70 degrees that night, a couple of nights ago. I mean, here in Indiana it was, and he's further south. So he wouldn't have froze to death in the car, but he was acting like he was going to freeze to death. And I don't understand. If you have to get skin grafts, wouldn't you be admitted? I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, something for that. I mean, you can't just, let it sit like that either. I mean, I'm telling you, that looks a lot like a chemical burn.
Well, I'm looking it up now on Facebook, but I guess they have a Facebook page, and that's where the person got. Who's trying to join here? Okay.
But,
hey, Jamie. Jam.
Uh-oh. But yeah,
well, what did they do? Where did you get the person? I wonder if here, let me show you guys this. I don't know where somebody got that screenshot at because maybe they deleted it.
Might have, I mean, but I'm just saying that there is, like I was saying, that there looks a lot like a fucking chemical, pardon my language, a chemical burn.
A cigarette, please.
Is there anyone over there?
Oh, I thought that was
that was my wife.
I thought it was Jam's house. Hey, Justin, are you there? I'm meeting him.
Yes,
He's good.
I'm here. Hold on. I'm here. Hold
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Take your time. It's fine.
on. I was getting something.
Let's see what this is. Shush, dog. Oh.
There's our beautiful man.
Hey. So.
Oh, you look nice. Hey, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Do you mind, Justin?
I got to get dust off this. This is my sobriety box.
Oh, cool.
My sobriety box. The lid fell off.
Hey,
I've
Andrew,
been
just unmute when you want to talk, okay? Because it's kind of loud in the background.
You're fine. Let me look at the comments here. I've been clean since September 15th, 2012. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done for myself in my entire life. But it can be done. And Allie knows this. She's a nurse or something. I don't know what her actual, if she's a nurse or LP. I don't know but she knows this. Cam knows this. He's been through it. And, I've got a few things in here. I won't share them all, but I got $1, my last dollar that I had at the time. A book someone gave me. It's a very old book. It's called The Will to Happiness Changed My Life. A pack of gum that I bought at the airport going to rehab. A dove, someone very special who helped fight for my life. My last Suboxone strip that I was on Suboxone for 4 months. And the tissue that I've cried, one of the hardest I've ever cried in my life. And you have to
My laptop wouldn't work.
get so sick and tired of being so sick and tired.
Yeah.
And they have it. And not only are they fighting for their life right now, Cam and Allie, you're fighting for your children. I didn't have kids, thankfully, when I was using, but I wasn't going to go into having kids like that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people do, and there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken.
Right. I'm really thank you for telling your story. Keep going, because I think it's important for people to see normal people like yourself.
You're not broken. You're just struggling, and we all struggle in life. None of us are free from that. You live, you struggle, and we struggle still every single day. Whether you're an addict or you're not, we just choose to, medicate ourselves. And it's usually, it usually can be contributed to, chemical imbalances, you're self-medicating for whatever reason.
Right.
And there's nobody that's going to be on here that's going to root for you harder than we are. But in these times that this is happening, you have to call out the fuck shit too.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm the mother of addicts. And there's nothing in this world more heartbreaking than watching a child that you love and raised and nurtured become an addict. When you're holding that tiny baby in your arms the first time, you're not saying, "Oh, I hope you grow up and become a heroin addict." You don't. And when they become that, and they become a person that you don't know anymore, it kills you every day. I can't think about my children as little ones because it kills me because of how they are now.
Yeah.
You should. Have you ever tried to go to Alan? What's it called? Al-Anon.
Al-Anon.
Yeah, that would probably really help you.
Al-Anon.
I know. I need to.
It's wonderful. Al-Anon is. Yeah, you do have to want the help. And Allie and Cam are extremely talented in what they do, and they have hearts big as Texas. You know, just huge, amazing hearts, and they're very giving individuals. But they need to give to their self right now. Is who they need to give to their self. They're, you know, there is there is no getting your kids back if you don't work the program, if you don't lean in. Trevor and Josh, tonight we're doing a live at 7:30.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Talking about CPS and all of that. And
Yeah, Moz, can you share that live when you get around to it? Because I think a lot of people will be really interested in that.
yeah,
It's probably going to be a packed house, I'm guessing. And that's why I wanted to go. I wanted to go live at this time. Actually, I want to go live earlier when I first found out about it, but because I was like, oh my god.
well,
Yeah.
you know, it's it's not when people get in these situations, they tend to want to fight with you know, their family members, with CPS or whatever. But this is the time where you got to lean in and say, listen, clearly something is wrong, something is not going right in my life. All of this is going, you know, happening, and let's lean in.
Right.
And let's get fixed. Let's find out why I'm struggling on substances. I mean, I had a surgery. I knew the doctor. I knew the doctor personally. You know, people get addicted for so many different reasons. You know, oh my God, I've never felt this good in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You don't know a person's story.
Right. And it's not, I mean, there's addicts who are, I mean, doctors, nurses. Look, Justin doesn't look like a homeless person on the street. You know, there is, addicts are in all forms, shapes, sizes, social classes.
I went to a rehab where not where people, where you want to be nameless, you know, how do you put it? I mean, some celebrities go there and all of that. After being there, my roommate was 63 years old. He was a judge.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
Severely addicted to alcohol.
chemical burn from trying to make meth, shake and bake style, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that's what?
Shake and bake. Shake and bake. That's what
I
I
still-
think. That's just my opinion.
I still think it's a chemical burn.
Because a lot of people think it's a needle, and it could be. But here's the thing. I think he uses both. It's the way he acted
I think he
during
does
his
too.
lives.
I don't like know, like, I'm an addict and stuff, but I never, you know, did it. Needle. I've never done cocaine. I've never done heroin other than pills, which is the synthetic. It was pretty much, but to me it looks like a burn, but I wonder why he wear those gloves all the time as well. I don't think it was a fashion statement.
No, it was definitely hiding needle marks. In my opinion.
Well, he showed his needle marks in his legs before. He said, I've shot up everywhere in the past where I had nowhere else to shoot up.
They shoot up everywhere, including their privates. That's what a heroin addict would take it clear to their privates. And I can't even imagine that. That would have to really hurt.
Well, addiction is powerful. It takes lives. It destroys families. It destroys everything.
I have lost 2 cousins.
Mm-hmm.
I have not lost my boys, but I worry about them every day. And my oldest son especially, my second son, I think he's okay, but you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know. You can think they're okay one day and find out they're not.
Mm-hmm. And Team Rose, it completely changes the brain. And your brain, after you get clean, it takes time to heal. Your brain
it takes years. It takes
physically
years.
Has to heal. Mentally has to heal. I know, Quinny, I'm sorry.
Yep.
People are asking what shake and bake is.
I guess it's
there's actually videos online about it. They take a bottle, like a Gatorade bottle, and then in that bottle they take Sudafed tablets. They used to. Now I don't know how easy that is to get anymore. But and they take a blow dryer and take that red coating off of it. Then they put that in the bottle with some a little battery acid and maybe some a little bit something from under the sink that has Mr. Yuck on it. Anything with Mr. Yuck is perfect for it. They put
Mr.
that
Yuck?
in a bottle, and then they take the
Mr.
battery
Yuck
acid.
is they don't know what Mr. Yuck is.
Mr. Yuck is that little guy that used to, when we were kids, put on bottles, and it had an extra that you shouldn't take. That was our safety thing when I was a kid.
Okay.
I'm old.
Yeah, you're fine.
But they put that stuff in the bottle, and then because they put the battery acid in and they shake it, it causes it to heat up. And as they shake it, they have to loosen the lid every so often so it don't explode in their hand. So if they don't, and I don't know exactly because I've never done. I saw it on YouTube once, but I bet they don't show that anymore. That was a long time ago. I sound like Dodd Wells, but I really did see it on YouTube.
Yeah, I was going to pull it up, but then I thought I better not because it's showing how they make it.
Is it still on there? I think you can probably see how they do it, but I wouldn't show it.
It looks like they just make it in some type of Gatorade bottle, and yeah. It's called here, I'll show a still shot of how this guy's doing it.
Did I explain it okay?
Yeah. I mean, you did perfect. Thanks. Matt, okay. Mr. Yuck is a black and green sticker with a tongue hanging out. You can get them to put on your cleaning supplies. Yes, they used to hand those out when we were kids. Like, it seemed like I remember them I don't remember them except I haven't seen them since like the 80s, early 90s.
I'm from the era when medication in an envelope, not even in a bottle. They just wrote their name on an envelope.
Now that you say that, I remember the envelope. Yeah.
I found out yesterday about camp, but not shocking to me. I pray to those children. Oh, you found out yesterday about this recent arrest, like the one where from 2 days ago. The 90s, they were big. Yep, they can be dangerous and heavy with camp.
Yeah, pills in an envelope. Yeah, I remember getting him at like, maybe at the dentist, I want to say, or something like that, or the vet. Maybe it's like
Pills in an envelope? What?
yeah,
Never heard of such a thing. What's
it's
that
like
mean?
a little envelope.
It's a little envelope and it had the prescription number, just like a bottle, but it had it all written out by the doctor in a little envelope. And that's how they that's how they gave prescription medication.
It is amazing to me that the human body is, you treat it like shit and it still tries to keep you alive. Like you're putting Drano and battery acid in your body.
Right? It's got to give you cancer. I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't know, but it's.
So I don't know. I mean, that's immediately what I thought. It's like, I thought making meth because it's made with chemicals and stuff. That's the first thing I thought. That possibly what happened to his hand, but he could have also, like, maybe when he was high, passed. Who knows? I don't. Maybe he set it down on the oven while he was high. I don't know.
I'm going to sound maybe dumb for asking this, but there's no such thing as a dumb question, I'm told. So, is meth do people get dependent on it, like physically?
It just makes you sleep.
I think more mentally. I think you get like flu-like symptoms, but not bad. You get depressed.
Your body like saying, "Let's get this fucking battery acid out."
It takes what I mean? Like
you're
breaking up, Jamie.
Like a dopamine, it pushes
breaking
dopamine
up
fast into your brain. Okay. How about now?
Meth does not make you sleep. I know that, Ziggy.
Right. But I mean, when you come off of it, you sleep. That's basically
because your dopamine is so
for like a day or two. It just depends.
From what I read, it can like deplete your dopamine and they don't know how much of it comes back.
Yeah.
So if you ever notice someone who is, I don't know if y'all know anyone. I'm from a very rural area, so we see a lot of meth people here. And people who got off meth, they're still not really the same.
They're never, yes.
Even afterwards.
I've seen
because
that.
It just kills something in their brain. But I'll tell you how powerful it is. My brother-in-law was laying on his deathbed. And he told me that he thought that maybe if he did meth, that he would be okay.
Well, it keeps you awake while you're on it, yes, Rap. But when you come off of it, that's like the main withdrawal. I mean, the only is sleeping, but it is a mental thing. For some reason, it's supposed to be one of the most addictive.
You better not be on that shit, Rap.
Right.
You better not be. I'll come find you. Take you to Betty Ford.
It doesn't give the physical withdrawal like opiates do, but for some reason, it really hooks people, All of those opiates on the streets and meth have fentanyl in them. They're addicted to fentanyl. There's no getting off that. Then if they get really irritable, caught between not being able to sleep but wanting to really bad. Most use something to sleep in. They do. They usually use Xanax or benzos to come off of it, because the anxiety you get. The anxiety is a big thing, especially. I think it gives anxiety. I think that's kind of like a withdrawal, like where you crave it or something. And then they take Xanax, it's just a whole like endless cycle. Take Xanax to sleep and then use speed to stay awake.
I mean, You know, it was bad enough for me. I can't imagine being like that. At the psychologically addictive and opioids are fit. Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, they like to do that. They take stuff apart, you know, kind of like exactly how Fred's property looks is probably the norm.
That's true.
Probably the norm.
Thank you, Linda.
One's addicted to, let's see, I have two nephews. One's addicted to meth, the other heroin. They are night and day, literally.
Yeah, heroin's a downer.
But like people are thinking that they possibly were doing the speedballing. That is a thing where you mix them, and you know, rumor is like, didn't he supposedly have meth in his system or something? I don't know if it's came out yet. I think Cher mentioned something, but I feel bad for anyone caught up in the cycle of addiction. I know it's hard. I got alcoholics in my family. Oh, I know. Alcohol is one of the worst. I mean, they're all bad. Anything that takes control of your life like that, where you can't. Yeah.
Well, what you know, like I said, when I was in rehab, like with the guy that I was with, like I said, he was on alcohol, and they would come check his like blood pressure and everything so often because I didn't know it until then, but alcohol and what is it? Sorry, word. Xanax and Benzos, thank you. Those are the only two that can physically kill you from withdrawals.
Absolutely. They are so dangerous to come
And
off of, both of those.
they're both legal.
Yes. I never tried any drug other than that one herb that I like. I didn't go through the gate.
I've only tried the herb twice in my life, and they were rocking me to sleep both times. Or from things, I was like,
Great bedtime medicine.
not for me. Oh my god, I'll never do it again. Freaks me out. But if it works for you, weed's like water now.
Oh my gosh, I was muted this whole time, and I'm like, why is Justin talking?
I've done that before. I think I was on the phone recently, and it was like a 3 or 4-way call, and I was muted, and I was like, I'm getting pissed off. They're just freaking keeping interrupting me, and they're like not even. I was like, they're kind of
Alcohol
rude
can kill
about
you.
that.
It rots your teeth and stomach out. And benzos, yeah, benzos are similar effects to alcohol, and coming off of them is the same. That's why a lot of times when people are going through alcohol withdrawal, they'll prescribe a benzo like Valium or something.
Yes.
And wean you off of it because
Klonopin's another one they give.
Yeah, Klonopin's another benzo. That's. But yeah, I hope to God that Cam and Allie take this as a wake up call, because it is It's embarrassing. Yes, but you can come back from this. You could turn this around into a major positive and really be a good example.
Yeah, there's no. We're going to be rooting for them when they are getting clean, while they are getting clean, but you know, saying that they're getting clean and not doing the actual work are two different things. It just is, you know, and I pray, Cam, you know, your faith is deep, and I pray that you lean in to that faith right now.
Maybe he can find a Christian-based rehab, something that would serve him.
I don't know if there's such a
Oh, I know
thing.
one up here. I mean, I definitely get him into one.
Cam knows Allie met Cam at a rehab. That's how they met.
There's going to be a lot of resentment if he's the one that got her hooked on pills. Even though she's an adult, but
she's an adult. She knows better. She knows better, but I understand what you're saying.
That would ruin a relationship. I feel like.
Allie is a good person. You know what I mean? Like, she's a good person. And I think the thing that I see, being judgmental about it from an outside point, I feel like Allie was always just Allie she more enabled. She didn't want to fight with him. It's what it felt like. And he would be like silly or whatever and make her laugh. You would always see that, like, he would make her laugh. That's terrible. That is fucking terrible.
There's no way that's a 3rd-degree burn.
That's rotten flesh. That's gangrene.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm saying
that.
Go ahead.
That needs fixed.
I'm telling you, that looks a lot like a chemical burn. Muted.
I was about to say, I was like, he has been live since. So with some kind of casting on, but I think he's taken down this video. Somebody sent me this screenshot. I went to check on Facebook and I don't see.
Good. I'm glad he got it.
Yeah, well, that's what he was supposed to be doing when that picture was sent. That he lied to the person and told him that he was, well, unless he might have not. Maybe he had already got back from North Carolina. Maybe he was arrested super late on the 28th. But I don't know how far it takes or how long it takes.
I think you're giving the benefit of the doubt, but I don't think you should ever give the doubt when it comes to something like this.
Well, actually, his pupils look so big. Oh,
you see, just touching something hot like that, scalding hot, it's not going to eat your skin. You understand? That's going to create like blisters. That is not blisters. I can just tell you. That is not blisters.
It's not blistered at all, which is weird.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, that's not blisters. That is 1000% some sort of a chemical burn. Could you not zoom the fuck in?
Yeah, right. Like, I want to keep my gun down.
You got me wondering because that one part does look like it's blistered up. Sorry, guys.
Ziggy, I'm eating supper.
And stuff.
I'm eating supper, girl.
Everybody thinks it's a chemical burn. I think you guys are right.
That is a chemical burn or some sort of infection at one point. I don't know, but
I mean, if he's showing off a cast on that same hand, I mean, obviously surgery had to be done.
Or some type of, supposedly some kind of skin graft is what
I'm sure he's had to have a skin graft and he's on some major antibiotics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
you heard that he's on antibiotics?
Oh, no, I haven't heard. I'm damn sure 100%.
Yeah, probably
would say so.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think they're gonna come back that Cam's going to come back and make some kind of excuse, or what do you think? Do you think he's?
I think Cam will make an excuse until he surrenders.
I have to agree.
I think that's what all of us addicts do.
You think Allie wrapped it? He
You're
could be
right.
when you're
That's
using.
true.
When you're
That's
using,
true.
you get afraid of them giving you urine screens or testing your blood every time. If you have to go to the hospital or for something, a lot of times as an addict, I remember being scared that they're going to check your, or are they going to check my, blood for drugs or whatever. And sometimes they will, though. Sometimes they'll, I don't know if it's legal for them to just do that without telling you, but
Whenever Cam and Allie get clean, because I believe that they are going to get clean. I'm praying because I don't want to see nothing happen to either one of them. They have kids.
Sandy, that was Cam's hand a few days ago.
As
But
a
I just-
mother, as long as there is breath in their lungs, you have hope.
Mhm.
Once they're gone, there is no hope.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once Cam is clean, and if he chooses to come back, I think that's when he'll be honest. Because once you become clean, you have that's the biggest step, is being honest. And there's no shame. There is no shame to addiction.
Nope.
No,
There
there's
is no
shame to the
shame.
lies, though, that you should be
It's the
ashamed for lying.
lies and the hurt that you cause your loved ones and even people you don't love. That's the shame in it.
Yeah, because you have to lie. I mean, you're not going to tell people that, oh, I need the money because I'm going to go get some, drugs or whatever. You're going to say, like what you said to the person the other day that you were trying to get money. Oh, I need money for a hotel room, blah, blah, blah,
You
I'm
can't
sure.
excuse that. You just can't excuse it.
Mm-mm.
At
And
least
I think
I don't know. I don't know that he's on his way to getting clean. I am trying to speak it. I believe that he can, that he will. I pray that he will. That's what I'm saying.
Because Crooked
Because I know
Arrow,
he's watching this.
that's what he was sending out to try to get money. That's why I showed it. And plus, it's pretty concerning. It's not any type of burn, Sherry. This is it's not a normal burn. Like, oh, I burnt myself getting pan out of the oven. That's extreme.
could it have been self-inflicted?
Yes, sometimes. Yes, a lot of, like I said, I've saw people beat them so they could try to get pain pills. So, yeah, that
I
can.
don't know if they would do it that freaking bad. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm just saying that's pretty damn bad. But
Yeah. But yeah, they lost.
There
their
was a
kids.
guy in our town that had another guy shoot him in the leg. And he was in the military. And so the guy got charged with.
yes, Smiley, it could possibly be. But I think they may have been doing both.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop down. I gotta go get dinner ready.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, thank you for coming up. Appreciate it.
Enjoy, honey.
Okay, Justin, if you have to go, I understand. So the people saying could it have been a injection area? I don't think so in this instance because I mean it could, but usually you'd be able to see like an abscess or something. It doesn't look like there, and I won't pull the picture back up but I've seen abscess from somebody shooting up, but I don't think that's what that is. It's chemical burn. I think you guys are right. I don't think it's him pouring gasoline on a wasp nest, but that was a good one. Injecting on the other side of his hand, I bet that looks way worse. Oh, you think maybe on the other side? Yeah, that's not an abscess. It's like, I don't know what it is. Does he have Silvadin on it? What's Silvadin? Silvadine. Is that some kind of...
Silvadine is a special lotion that you put on burns that you cannot touch with your hands. You have to use a wooden, like a tongue depressor, and get it out. If you touch it with your hands, it turns black and ruins it. But that's what it does on the burn, but it completely heals it beautifully.
Oh, what's it do? Like kills your skin and then it makes it reheal?
I guess that's what it looked like. My son got hit by a car and he got what you call compartment syndrome, which meant that his muscles in his legs swelled up real huge, and it killed one whole muscle in his leg, but it looked like a burn because it was like road rash. So I had to take Silvadine and put it on like icing on the back of his leg, but I couldn't touch it.
So here we got somebody who is, of course, well, you know what, IP Clean, I would say, what I say is the same thing I would say to, somebody just sent me a PayPal, by the way,
Well, I doubt Cam or Allie would talk to us behind the scenes. So let's hope they hear this.
They heard this. I'm already getting text. That they are very aware of this going on right now. I hope that they do the right thing. But this IPC, I would put that blame on Cam and Allie. If they had, the thing is, like, if they had never did any of this stuff, it would have never got out on YouTube. They're literally lying to people for money. That's not.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm looking at pictures. Of
what?
I'm looking at
another picture. You got another one?
No, this is
you're
called, how do you pronounce it?
Oh, you're trying to look up things that could possibly be.
Xylazine-induced skin ulcers in person who injects drugs in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I can show it, but it's trigger warning.
Yeah. It does look a lot like that.
Hey, I gotta go. I'll be in chat.
Okay, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you.
I might be live later. Silence.
Okay, I'll watch for you. I'm gonna be in chat.
Used as a. There's a high prevalence, up to 78% of xylazine and fentanyl in these areas. Xylazine-induced skin ulcers. Was injecting about 8 to 10 bags of dope every day. She typically injected into her veins on the hands and sometimes into the legs. She presented with ulcers on her lower extremities, extending from the knees to ankles, associated with copious purulent drainage and foul smell. Ew! There was extensive necrosis of the subcutaneous tissues, abscesses and tibial osteomyelite.
I think I found my diet plan.
Right?
This will do it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does smell really bad. Most lose fingers and toes that way.
There's pics of trank hand infection on Google.
Well, I can look, but you guys did.
All right, I'm jumping down. I gotta.
Thank you for thank you so much for coming up.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Cam,
we'll
Allie.
watch you tonight.
Okay. Y'all can do it. I know you can. Really, you can. God bless.
Yes, say Pup, come on now. What was it I was going to? Oh, somebody sent me a PayPal. That's what I was wanting to. And I recognize the name, but I can't freaking remember which one of you guys it is. I recognize the name. I'm trying to pull it up on my laptop because there was a message attached to it, and I wanted to see here. Says, check out near the end of Cam's latest shorts video. Read the text. It says they have both been in treatment for months. Interesting that includes Allie. The title alludes to that too. Oh yeah, we played that earlier, and thank you so much. Who was? Gosh, I recognize the name. I can't freaking remember which one of you guys it is. I'm so sorry. Is it prescribed? No, it doesn't seem like it's something that's prescribed because I don't think xylazine. Yeah. Hey, Miss Piggy. Hey, Grammy Luli. Does ketamine make skin like? I don't know, but crocodile, whatever that stuff is that the same stuff? I've never even seen it and seen the drug before. I've just heard about it. I will if he'll come over here. Come here. Come here, Bandit. Your dog is barking at. Oh. Ketamine doesn't make skin rot. See, I've always heard ketamine is one of the. I know it's crazy to hear like safest, but I've heard it's like a. It would always had the reputation for being one of the safer drugs. Hey, three flying doves. Oh, thank you, Grammy Luli. Yeah, so we showed that earlier. Here, I'll pull it up again though. Where we were talking about going through his shorts because he was literally just saying that he hasn't been asking people for money, and I knew differently. And not just asking for money, but like making people feel bad. And I'm sure there's several of you guys they've reached out to. I'm sure it cannot be just one person. But yeah, this is the message you were talking about, I think.
We haven't asked anybody.
It says, for all of those comments that say go to rehab. Well, rehab was not needed. But structure and getting plugged into groups was needed, and have attended them for quite a few months. Now we are stronger than ever and ready for war to fight for our children and prove that all these allegations and charges are lies. What about this recent one, Cam? What about your arrest 2 days ago? Is that also lies? Just whatever you do, please do not take this out on anybody who comes forward and speaks on this. You know, Cam, eventually someday you're going to thank these people because it for hopefully waking you up, hopefully. Yeah, and I guess Allie's been dyeing her hair colors too and stuff. I don't know. Ew. Yep. That's very true. Yeah, and his eyes in one of the shorts, I don't know if it was this one I saw recently, like his pupils were so huge. So this one.
Look, I know that times are really hard for people. I'm going through a trial and tribulation right now. Know that God is with you right now in this storm. You got to praise Him in the storms. You got to praise.
It was one of them. I was like, it was so
All
odd.
right, guys, I wanted to give you an update. This sign right here behind me says help is a prayer away. We need your prayers. We're trying to build a team of
I didn't have
attorneys
to really look
because we've
hard
been
at all.
advised by our
Obvious.
custody attorney.
Yeah,
We're
this one, his pupils are like huge in it.
not rich people by no means, but we're willing to do everything it takes to fight for this, for our
His
babies.
pupils
Because
are almost as
yesterday,
big as his irises. And he has dark eyes. And that's part, Allie has lighter eyes, and that's she's probably a little bit smarter. And it doesn't go on camera for that reason. And part of the reason why she wears those hats, because she thinks it might kind of shield her eyes. But since she has blue eyes, it's going to be much more noticeable than somebody with brown eyes like Cam. Oh yeah, I do think that they're good. If they weren't even good, if I knew that they weren't good people, I wouldn't even be, I'd be probably talking a lot more shit. But, or I don't know if I would or not, because I know how it is to go through addiction. I'm just saying I do know that they have potential. And if that means Allie having to leave Cam, then do what you have to do for your kids. You guys can always reconcile in the future. Do what you got to do now for the children, because they're going to remember the steps you took and the steps you did not take. From what I understand, I don't know exactly the ages, and nobody has to say or anything, but I believe your kids are old enough from, if I remember correctly, I think they're quite old enough to start remembering stuff. I mean, that's how this all came about anyways. From the beginning, is them speaking on things that they were witnessing at home, and it kind of just got out there. And now you want to blame it on your mom and how she's a horrible person. Yep, he was arrested again, Trish. Just 2 days ago for public intox. Ellie might have to choose between him and her kids. What would a good mother do? I hope. Allie, you could get on freaking Suboxone legally. And then you won't have to deal with withdrawals of the, you can get on that legally. And you won't be sick. You'll be able to function. I don't know what the hell they're doing. There's no excuse these days. Like, there's clinics galore. You don't have to go through withdrawal. You can be medically detoxed. You can go get yourself into I've done, that's how I had to force myself. I went to the hospital and I told them I didn't want to live anymore because that was the only only way I knew that they would admit me. I wasn't, thinking about unaliving myself, but I knew like they would not admit me if I didn't say that. But really, I mean, I didn't want to go through that anymore. But that's how I ended up, how it all started for me. I went into, but that was before they would even give out like Suboxone and methadone, like nothing. Now they just, methadone's like, I don't know. I don't have a good opinion on methadone, but that's just my opinion. Opinions are like assholes, right? What's trank dope? This is the first time I've heard of it. Oh, methadone's really bad. Oh, hi, Higgy. I've seen you around. Only if she's addicted to opiate. I know it wouldn't. But it still will. Suboxone will still help you. Not. It will still help with other things too. Like it's just not prescribed for that. Like it's known to help with alcoholics too from drinking. With drinking, but it's just not approved for that yet. It's being tested for other drugs too, but yeah, if it's meth or some kind of speed that they're using on top of opiates, that one you're gonna have to have a little bit of willpower, but it's not a physical withdrawal, it's a mental thing. You could sleep for a couple days and wake up and that's that. Look who it is.
I heard you talking about drugs. I figured I better show up.
Yeah, somebody in the community has been, well, they just got arrested recently for public intox, but they got their kids taken away recently, and they were trying to say that they were blaming it on everything but themselves, and and now this recently came out that it's a married couple, and they go by cracking cases, and they've been big in the Summer Wells case too. And yeah, so now he was arrested, and I don't know what he's going to turn around and say now. Did you just now get here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
I don't know much about it, or I don't even know who they are. I don't know anything about it.
It's this person here. Watch this one real quick.
Okay.
All right, guys. As for money,
this was last Thursday, I think, the 27th. On the 28th, the next day, he was arrested for public intox. And I already knew that he had been asking people behind the scenes for money, supposedly for hotels or whatever, but he's actually using drugs, but he won't admit it.
Anybody for money. We ask for prayer. And guess what? We have a team of lawyers because God does provide. Not from anybody donating money to us because we didn't ask for it. But God provided because of prayer. Now let me tell you another thing. We're getting experts certified in to testify because the criminal side of this, it's all getting dismissed. Our children were well taken care of. They're safe, sound, and they will be back in their mommy and daddy's loving care and embrace. Just know you don't know everything. Those who support us, keep on supporting, keep praying. You won't regret it.
When the devil ignores you, then you know you.
So he puts in this clip, talking about the devil and stuff, because Yeah, it was all outed. Some stuff was put out on the internet, and people started figuring out that they got their kids taken away. And well, come to find out, he was arrested again a couple days ago. So I don't know what he's gonna come out and say now.
That's too bad.
I know, it is sad.
Hmm.
Because actually, he's a good person. He can be a good person, but both of them can be.
Well, he's not sober there, but yeah, I'm not. I don't have a lot of good opinions of the DCF system.
Mm-hmm.
More structurally than the individual people. I know in my state, and I might have said this before, in my state, family preservation is outsourced to the same private company that does adoptions and child placement. So it's really a huge conflict of interest. So I don't know. I'm glad it's not my job to deal with this sort of stuff, but it is a bummer. So,
Yeah.
and as far as the excuses, like, you got to think that he knows he's being watched by the courts and stuff, right? So he can't. If I were in his shoes, I would think that I'd be.
His mom has her kids, and he's blaming it on their mom, saying she's
Oh,
lying.
wait, the kids are with family?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot better.
But the DCS isn't, or it's involved.
Right.
Because they got neglect charges and were arrested for them. There's a rumor that there was fentanyl found in the kids' system. We don't know if that's true or if it's just rumor. We don't have absolute proof, but that's supposedly what the mother of that guy, Cam, was saying, the one that has the children in their custody right now. You guys, I'm sharing the link here. I am going to get off here in a second. I know, and I feel bad because you just came up here, but in 1 hour, Trev is going to be live, and it's going to be Justin and Josh on there. It's going to be a really good live, and it's going to be talking about CPS and stuff. So this kind of ties in with it. Oh, they think you're very handsome. I think that's why he goes. I think that's why he goes on camera all the time, because he just loves all the compliments.
Don't call me out like that.
He has a channel, guys. It's Flow State. I'll share that too. But your channel has been kind of taken off lately. Do you stream to several different platforms?
No.
Something? Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. I do when I have when I stream. I do give the I put the button at the top so that people can stream to their channel if they join. So it might go to several channels at once, but only YouTube is the only platform.
He does his content a lot of times is about like how would you describe your content? Like you're always talking about, like, I don't know, kind of like the unknowns of the world and conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
I have no idea how to describe my channel. When I'm feeling lazy, I just call it a vlog. Because really it is just whatever's on my mind that I feel like talking about at the time.
Right. Yes, a lot of people are praying for Cam, and Allie, I'm not trying to, people can say, oh, this is mean, whatever, but they might thank everybody someday if they're able to come out of this, which I'm confident they can. Being a parent means sacrifice. Your needs or your wants come second. Yep. Think about the kids, not the addicts. Is he single? Ask him out. No, he's in a relationship. He's in a long relationship, long term. Those kids were not safe, and if they tested positive for drugs, it's probably meth, because they can get absorbed through the skin. I have seen a lot of kids test positive because parents.
Anything can absorb through your skin.
Yeah, and fentanyl, with how it's being,
That one's I would be most suspicious about that claim, because it's too much of a hot topic in everybody's mouth right now. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody was just gonna like kind of come up with something or think they heard something, that's what it's gonna be. That's gonna be the false claim, I would think.
Who's that? ICU. She's on a lot. She's on. Who's she? in life she's been talking to someone. I think they need people calling them out for not their sake but their kids. Yes, because obviously if their kids being taken was not enough for them to snap out of it and be like, and stop blaming others. That didn't work. It didn't work. Obviously, they were still blaming their mother, whatever, CPS, whatever.
I don't think shaming will help personally. Like, I'm not trying to kill your topic, but I think that comment's wrong.
Yeah.
Having been to rehab a couple times myself, I don't think that's an inaccurate claim. I think
if it didn't work, their kids getting taken away, then I don't.
If that doesn't work, yeah, I mean that, but I don't know. That's what worked for me. I mean, my kid was never taken away. She went to her mom's house. But that is definitely what was the catalyst, right?
Yeah, you're usually forced into it somehow with jail or usually that's how people get clean, but yes, it is sad for the kids. I should know when I lost everyone and I care so much for others. We don't know the details. They have to find their own rock bottom. True. All right, guys, I'm gonna go, I think.
Is it because I just killed the topic?
No, we didn't kill the topic at all.
I was about to feel bad.
No, you didn't. No, it's totally. I just have to pee really bad, and there is a live here in an hour over at Trev Times I shared earlier, guys. But neither does anything else other than the person choosing. Yeah, what they say, you can't lead a horse to water. You can't make it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Yes, you killed the topic. Be honest. It's all your fault. They need to do it for themselves. Yes. Go pee. We're good. Well, I don't want to.
It's fine. I can hold down the fort. You just.
Okay.
I got you. And then when we come back, we can do whatever. We can talk about tarot cards or something. What's up, chat? Welcome to the Flow State Show. You do have. Oh, I can't highlight your comments. This is awkward. Coco says, being in recovery myself, I'm not shaming his addiction. I'm shaming his arrogant behavior. Plenty, though. It's kind of arrogant to shame other addicts, I think. I don't know. I don't know them at all, except for that little video I saw. And he does seem sober. He doesn't seem particularly bad. Or I'm sorry, he does not seem sober. He also does not seem like, some people you can just feel the maliciousness on, you can sort of feel that. I don't get that off him at all. I think he's probably just someone who's an addict and somehow got attention. Once you get the attention of people, it's kind of hard to get out of their attention. Oh, I saw Michelle Davis, right on. Welcome. As long as the kids are safe, let them do what they want. Agree. I agree. It's just hard to know where the safety is, right? Because foster homes aren't always all that we hope that they are.
Mm-hmm. See, there's a long, even much more bigger story about that. If you knew the background, I think you might think a little bit differently, but I do agree about shaming does not work. It can even do the opposite.
Yeah, I think it does do the opposite. The way it was described to me in rehab is that addiction is like a relationship, and this sort of resonated to me. It's like a relationship, and so when you end that, you're breaking up. It's sort of like ending a relationship. But if you drive somebody more into isolation, they become more dependent on that relationship. So that's why I'm not a fan of really any drug laws or anything that pushes people who have addictions deeper into the shadows. I think it's all counterproductive. But I also think that's the point, because the prison industrial complex is quite lucrative.
I love that picture on your wall. They said,
Oh,
"Oh, that's Jam's heartthrob right there." On the
Donnie?
left. No, this other one. The
Oh
old
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, they're paintings. I've got a series of 6 of them with different characters from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
And
who's that guy again? Or what's that guy's name? We were talking about him the other day. He was on that guy in the picture.
yeah, I can't think of his name right now. The actor's name.
Jam, we know you know it. That's who you said
Someone
your
will
heart
play it.
was. He was on the show The Ranch with Ashton
Ugly
Kutcher.
dude. Yeah, with the buggy eyes.
Who's ugly?
This guy, Donnie.
Oh, that one. And we're talking about the other one.
Oh yeah, no, that's Sam.
Yeah.
Sam something. Yeah.
Yeah. Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
I would complete opposite. You don't enable them with bullshit, but you love them if you do the work to get clean. You love them throughout, obviously. Yeah, that's why I want them to know too. I think that they would get a lot of support. A lot of people, they think that they're going to be embarrassed to admit that they, fell off the wagon.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that statement, but except for the definition of enabling, not talking about them would not be enabling. Giving them money would be enabling.
And that's how this got started. Why it was brought up, why I even talked about it, because I knew that he was, kind of pressuring somebody into giving him money a few days ago, and I wasn't able to talk about it. Actually, I've known that he was been doing this for a few months now, and I knew he did it again a few days ago, and I really wanted to, because the person that he was asking money for, told him, I don't have it right now, and he kept asking over and over, and kept trying to make them feel bad, and at 2 a.m.
Yeah, and I'm defending them probably more than is necessary, because I just recognize the addict and relate to it, but you all know way more about them than I do, so I'll default.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I try to. I'm a recover. I was addicted to pills at one time, so I can. On one hand, I sympathize with them because I know how hard it is and stuff, and I really do feel for them. That'd be horrible what they're going through. I would not want to be going. I would not wish that on anybody.
I've noticed that there's a disproportionately high number of recovered addicts recovered addicts, right? Like everybody on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting.
Oh yeah, it's kind of
it's a dopamine hit.
There's a lot of narcissists on YouTube too.
Absolutely. You'd have to have a little bit of it to want people watching you talk.
I don't feel like
but not either of us though.
Yeah, everybody but us. Well, but me. I could kind of see it.
Can you believe how she threw me under the bus like that, just like a narcissist would?
No, I don't think you're a narcissist. I think you're able to reflect on things and admit or say when you're wrong and stuff. I don't think you're a narcissist at all. But there is a lot of narcissists on YouTube, like a huge majority of them, like over 75% are narcissists.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what catches. I think that's part of the reason so many people are caught off guard when they've hung out in the chat for a while, and then they decide, oh, I'll get in the YouTube game and make a channel because everybody's my friend, and then they realize that oh shit, I over disclosed, and these people are not what I thought.
I see you. Did they really give their kids that, or was it are you saying that because of their drug screen? People saying the kids had fentanyl in their system, something like that. Who knows how they got it in their system? Gosh, you've seen those videos with cops falling over about dead from fentanyl from just like touching something or
I think there's some propaganda. I don't know how much I believe that at all. I really don't. It's like they did the same thing with crack. They did the same thing with weed. Every new, drug that they're on, they really drum up the this is the worst thing ever on earth.
They have been charged with child abuse. Yep. I know about Cam and Allie, and I know about having addicts and family. That's the hardest part of addiction is having to see somebody you love go through it and not be able to do anything.
If the kids tested positive, that's a game changer. But if
that's if it, yeah. There's a lot of misinformation that goes around on YouTube for sure.
I know.
But it seems like people are saying that that's what the mother is saying, but I don't,
Does anybody have like any sort of proof or video of her saying it or anything? Because like I don't. That would be kind of important, I think.
No, we don't have like any paperwork or proof. I don't think we don't even have the mother, the grandmother, Cam's mother, on video saying it. It was just a private conversation she had with somebody who's another creator who's in.
How many kids are there?
I think 2. He basically admitted that the kids tested positive. Really?
How old are they?
I'm not sure, but they're not like super little. They're like
7, 9, something around there.
Yeah, I think something like that. I've been nice, hit send. Women don't need men. Ziggy is smart and very capable. Oh, well, thank you. Cam was challenging the kids' hair follicle test, Ziggy. Oh, he was. Yeah, okay. So I heard he was saying that the mother had an independent test done, and that I did hear about that. He was saying that his mom had an independent test done, and he didn't believe it. He thought it was BS, and he doesn't believe that they had fentanyl in their system or something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen the video. Do you guys know where it's at? Oh, okay. Lisa K. Okay. Let me see. I'll look on our community wall here. All right.
Summer Wells came up on one of my streams a couple streams ago.
Yeah. That situation is still. What was it about?
Well, it was sort of a reference point. It got pulled into a race debate about whether or not she got more attention than a black girl would have gotten.
Yeah.
Right. It got pulled that direction, but
no. So this is where he was arrested. Poor Cam, when it rains, it pours, but yet he don't need no rehab. This is not the way to get his kids back, but I guess they haven't reached rock bottom yet. It's sad. Yep, public intox. It's hard to get arrested for public intox. I wonder what he's and then try to say he's not using. So what is he gonna say?
Yeah. And if you're in that situation and you're not just using, you're out walking around like that in public, you're not even really trying to keep it hidden that well, I think. He needs to check into rehab. That's like going to be his number one best defense move, like even just from a legal standpoint.
Yeah, but he doesn't need rehab, he said.
Well, that's what everybody says. That's what I said.
I'm trying to look here and see if
rehab is good for breaks, right? It puts a spacer in somebody's use. It doesn't stick if people just go straight back to their old neighborhood and old people and old ways, but it does give them that break in using to where they do have the opportunity maybe then to swerve if they decide to.
I'm trying to find this, but I don't know, guys. What am I don't even know what I'm really even looking for. There's some.
What were the first two charges?
Child neglect. It was child neglect or child, but we don't know the specifics like about it all except the rumors of what the mother is supposedly saying.
Yeah. I mean, I just one of the comments down there. I can't see how that would be an admission of guilt for child neglect. That charge, as it's legally defined, has nothing to do with drugs.
Well, this chance supposedly it does because supposedly the child neglect was using drugs in front of them. Was what.
But they didn't get possession charges or paraphernalia.
Huh. No, I don't think so. Right? Child abuse, not neglect.
You would think that if they had needles laying around, they would for sure have a paraphernalia charge at least.
Comment. They said I passed it. Oh, right here. This one? I'm curious. You told another person on here your mom refused a hair follicle test that she used someone else's. You can't use someone else's. They take the hair and follicle out themselves and the drug at the drug testing place. Dyeing your hair does not hide drugs.
Here's my hair. Yeah, that
Unless
won't go.
it's illegally court order, somebody can cut hair follicle. Okay. Unless it is legally court ordered, somebody can cut the hair follicle and send it to the lab. So yes, it altered or tampered with, unless it was a court ordered hair follicle test, which it was not. And CPS, I do not believe, was in charge of collecting samples. That's why we are challenging the chain of custody and everything, because they were not tested till they were in my mom's care almost 3 weeks to a month.
What state?
Tennessee. Right? Or no, Virginia. Right, guys? So right here, he's admitting it, but basically trying to challenge it because of the chain of custody, I guess. That's the first time he's seeing that. Wow. Why does Cam have Elmer's glue and dirt on his hand? Well, he says it was a burn, a 3rd-degree burn, but let's see. They were with his mom since July, yeah. Right? Yeah. So he's basically admitting this whole test happened, but he's just not agreeing with the validity of it. But the truth is, yeah, it stays in the system for a very long time. Even something like fentanyl will show up in your hair, I guess, months later. Guys like peeing in a cup at home and bringing it to a probation officer and telling them to test it. I used to donate to their channel all the time. Now I feel like I've contributed to their addiction. I feel like crap. There's a lot of people that feel lied to and taken advantage of.
So it looks like if the charge is actually abuse and neglect with where to go? Virginia Code, abuse and neglect of children. Then in Virginia, there would have to be actual injury, or they'd have to be operating a daycare without a license, which seems a bit extreme of a charge for operating a daycare without a license. But
yeah. What was that I was going to pull up real quick? Oh, I was going to share Trev's live coming up here soon in about 30 minutes, guys. I think you guys are going to probably want to be there because he's going to have him, Justin, and the lab on there, which is really cool. They're going to be talking about DCS and summer wells, stuff like that. Probably this too. This is perfect timing to talk about this situation too. Probably all of it, but there's the link, guys. I think I'm going to get off here though.
all right, thanks for having me up.
Also, disregard for life. Yeah, that's what another. It said something about disregard for life and their charges. Yeah, it sounds really bad. But sometimes it could sound a lot worse. The way that they word things sometimes can look real bad. Like when you get a charge in Tennessee for dealing, or it automatically says something about manufacturing in the charge, even if you didn't manufacture.
That's how my charge was in Kansas. Distribution, just presumptive intent to distribute based off quantity.
Yep.
Yeah, the laws are written in ways that really like make it easy to stair step up. And then people are always overcharged too, so that they plead down to generally they try to get you to plead to about what you probably would actually be guilty for, but they do it by overcharging. Anyways, I'm not going to go. I can get on a soapbox about the criminal justice racket for hours, so I will spare you. Later in the chat, welcome to new subscribers. Ziggy, thanks for having me up again. Have a good one.
Yeah, all right, we'll talk soon. Everybody, if you could please hit the. Can you go? I was going to put the poll down there and ask if you hit the like, but I'm just going to ask you guys if you can go hit the like real quick before I get off here, if you don't mind. And thank you to the lady who donated earlier, Grammy Lulu. Thank you so much. Somebody just sent me a message. Shoot, I don't understand why my do you guys have problems with Facebook Messenger being like super glitchy and stuff not like pictures not loading and stuff? And then you have to like close it out completely and reopen it. Yeah, here's Trav's link, and I'll get flow states one more time, unless. Oh, thank you, Nanny, for being here. Thank you guys all for being asked, and prayers for him. I pray that if there were a Q energy, you would not see a fingerprint, and there would be oozing. Ugh, it's pretty bad burn, or whatever that is. I don't think it's. I'll show it one more time, just a trigger warning for those who don't want to see it. But here I'm going to put up the picture one more time of his hand. I really don't think it's fake. That looks as real as can be to me. What I don't get is this right here. Look at this. What is that? I want to see, I'm like you guys, I want to see the other side of the hand. Look at how this like comes out. That could be an infection right there. That could be an abscess. But it's on the other side and we can't see it. That's the only, my eyes keep getting drawn to that area where it's like, It doesn't look like it. It looks like an abscess behind there. So that is crazy. So I guess it could be an injection site wound or injection site abscess, because back there I see something that looks like it could be an abscess. But this doesn't look like, well, when you compare it to pictures online though of this xylazine and trank wounds, it looks very similar. It does look like it. At 7:30 in 30 minutes, Trev is going to be doing a live that's going to have him, Justin, and the lab. What did he say? How did he say it happened? He said that he was trying to help his mother-in-law with a wasp nest or something that was right outside her door, and he had put gasoline on it and was going to burn it, I guess, burn it out or something. I don't know. I've heard of people doing that before, but anyways, that's what he said. He said it blew up in his, when he went to light it or something, and it burnt his hand. I just don't know what that bump is back there. Is his hand normally like that, or is that an abscess? Oh my gosh, Cam. This is like really sad. Really sad. It's definitely necrotic. I'm sorry. You see tissue is dead, right? I agree, Jane. Seriously. I mean it really, truly. I hope that I truly, truly hope that for you, Kim and Allie. I really, really, truly, and I know you guys can do it too. And I know you're probably mad at me. You're probably mad at people who are talking behind the scenes or whatever, but I feel like at this point you have nobody to be mad at but yourself. Like, and it's just time to take responsibility. Hopefully this is like your one chance, like, especially Allie, this is your one chance. You could ruin the rest of your whole life if you make the wrong decision here. You could lose your career opportunities, your children. You can't get back that time. I just feel like Allie is going to really have a tough time being able to live with herself with this. That's what I was trying to do. Smoky Blue Days. I was trying to pull up your pictures, and your pictures are the ones I was trying to pull up, and it doesn't load. This is what I deal with Facebook Messenger. See, I won't show it, like, nobody's gonna be able to really see anything, but there's your messages, and where's the picture? There's the pictures. You see it right there. When I click on them, look what happens. Nothing. It's blank. I freaking. But you're right. I did look up xylazine trank wounds, and it looks a lot like it. It looks like exactly like a trank wound. Let me and I was gonna go, which I am gonna go, but with some I was seeing. Did you guys know? Yeah, they made Google has now changed things where you have to click on the picture to be able to see it. You have to hit view image. It's a really big pain. Ew. I'm trying to find one that's not so bad, but ew, guys, this is so, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Sorry, I'm not going to show you guys. Some of these are just way too bad. I'm trying to find one that I can show. Sucks. I have to click on every single picture to. Oh, God. I hate that you have to seriously click on each picture. Is Trank the same thing as, oh God. Is it the same thing as that crocodile stuff? Look right here, guys. This picture looks exactly like what the screenshot that somebody had sent me of Cam. Look at this guy. Look at his hand. That's exactly how Cam's hand is like bandaged up. But see how all these pictures are? You have to click them to be able to see them. A lot of them I've clicked, but it looks very. These pictures look very similar to what's on his hand. Seriously. He wears gloves in his lives too. Is this why? Oh yeah, anything can, like an injection site, especially. But I guess with this Trank stuff, like it does it several places, not just at the injection site. It looks exactly like a Trank wound. It does. Like exactly. Cam. Oh my God. That's horrible. It's literally making me sick to my stomach, but I so bad want to find a picture so you guys can see. God. That seriously looks so much like what his hand looks like. Well, I was trying to get one that I could show you guys that you guys won't get mad at me because for it being too graphic. But oh my god, horrors of zombie drug fentanyl additive. They have a picture here of ew. Oh god.
Hey.
Hey. I saw you come up, but I was about to get off here, but that's okay if you want to. I was trying to.
Just give me a second here.
Yeah.
I saw the photos of Cam's hand.
Yeah.
That definitely has nothing to do with heroin use. And this is why I say this. My youngest son's father is a long-term IV drug user. And usually when you are injecting heroin or meth or whatever, you're going to get osteomyelitis. You're going to get like maybe a boil, an infection that goes into the bone. But what you're seeing with Cam, that is absolutely from something flammable. What maybe he has a mobile meth lab and the shit exploded. You know what I mean?
That's what we were wondering. And I think somebody just sent me the front side of it of his hand.
Let me see it. Can you put that up on screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna the person didn't want me to, I've been knowing about the Cam asking this person for money and stuff, but they weren't.
Oh, no. Listen, I'm not denying the fact that Cam has a drug problem. The last time I actually watched him on a live, he was passing the fuck out and he was definitely
normally
on
I wouldn't
drugs.
even, I wouldn't, but this is really bad. He's been messaging people like in the middle of the night, like at 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah,
asking
sure. But I'm just saying this is not an injectable issue like you would see with someone injecting heroin or meth. What that looks like is possibly a mobile meth lab burn. Like he may have been cooking in a backpack. What's that?
Shake and bake.
Yes,
is what we were talking about earlier. So here's the front. I got a picture here of the front side of his hand, I guess, that I was just sent. See, what's that right there? The side
Holy
thing.
shit.
Is that an abscess? Right there?
No, that's from a burn.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he was saying. It was a 3rd degree burn is what he was saying.
Yeah, but you can get that from, like you said, a shake and bake.
Yeah.
That's not a Kensington, Pennsylvania thing. That is a backwood redneck drug, methos with the mobile lab, shake and bake. Now, he could have used a flame retardant or a flammable liquid to allegedly light something up. I don't believe it based on his drug use. That is absolutely drug related, but that is not from injecting drugs.
Yeah.
If he's asking for money from anybody, he needs to be cut off 1900%.
Oh, now they finally did because they knew them when they were not we didn't think they were using anyways. They seem like really good people and it's really sad. It really is, but they have potential. I know they can turn this around but if they can't change for their kids, if that didn't wake him up and he's still trying to be
Ziggy,
like,
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but people, when they're addicted to one of the two substances, the chances of them turning it around is about 5%. Their kids will always take a back burner to this. Like I said, my youngest son, his father, let's see, I'm 44, he's 46. I do not know how he's still above ground, to be honest. He looks like a walking skeleton. But he always had excuses, right? For his injuries, for the infections, always needing money. Cam and Allie are a lost cause.
Yeah, he
And
was wearing long sleeves at the 1 year summer Wells vigil when I went there. He had long sleeves. It was like over 100 degrees outside. It was ridiculous. Like it was so obvious.
Yeah, he was probably hiding track marks.
Yeah,
and I know that, and I know there's people that are super positive and they're like, oh, they're people too. But I have watched addiction from start to death on people, and it's a small percentage that people do recover. But that's from something flammable.
Well, yeah,
and
that's
that black part, that is necrotic. That's a bad burn. Ugh, that is gross.
Yeah.
Ugh, that makes me want to puke.
Did you hear what he said it was from? Sorry, with my dogs. But
I heard in the Mean Girls chat that he said he used gasoline on a beehive. Nope. No way.
And then it blew up or whatever.
Yep, no way. Nope.
So he was arrested 2 days ago for public intox, the 28th.
2 days ago?
Yeah, he was arrested again. Recently. Yeah, that's why we're talking about it, because he was arrested again. And I knew the night before that I knew he was messaging people for money and saying he needed a hotel room, and the person was like, I'm struggling myself, and he kept begging, he kept asking, he wouldn't.
Yeah, that's pretty indicative of that's indicative of drug abuse. I mean, we dealt with it in our community with Mama T, constant begging. It was gas, food, cigarettes, tires, hotel rooms, this, and it definitely wasn't. It was to fuel a drug habit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you love Cam, I'm going to say this before I drop down. If you guys love Cam and Allie and their children, you cut them off financially right now. Not even $5.
Yeah.
Not even $5. So, all right. Bye, Zig.
Yeah, thank you for coming up. Appreciate it. Yeah, don't harass the family or even Cam and Allie, except encouraging them. You know, really, of course, like they're hearing from everybody about the needing to help, but the best thing you can do is just not enable them, and they'll give you a sob story too. They really tried making this person feel really bad for not giving them money, because they, you know, the person had many before helped him out, but slowly was noticing a change, because people believed in them, really thought that they had potential, and they do. People and was wanting to invest in them and stuff, but over time you could see a change in them. And what do you mean about the picture? I literally just, somebody said that's not the same one you showed earlier as a picture. Hey, Andrew.
God, you had to show the back part too?
Yeah, somebody just sent them to me. I didn't have them before, but this one's where you could see I guess that part in between the fingers yeah, that's not an abscess, because that was a blister from the burn, I guess.
I'm not sure. Well,
How he popped it.
I hate to interrupt your stream, darling.
What's wrong?
A family friend of mine's son is missing.
Okay, can you share, or can you email it to me, or?
Oh, well, it's on
What's
my
his name?
community post right now.
Okay.
He's 15, and there's a statewide Amber Alert, not a nationwide.
It's in New York.
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt your stream earlier.
No, that's important. That's important. And okay.
Yeah.
I'll show it to everybody.
Yeah. He is 15. He's been missing since Saturday. He's my friend's kid. So I've been doing a few lives to get with his father. Obviously, he called me, and we were talking through my lives and letting information out there as much as we have. Last seen with a black hoodie and black sweatpants on with a possible bicycle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says Johnston Police Department is asking for public's help in finding a missing juvenile. Police say Keegan Hayes was last seen in Johnstown on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You said this is in New York?
Yep.
Anyone with information regarding Hayes' whereabouts is asked to call Johnston Police at 518-736-4021.
Yep.
But if you can't remember that, call 911. They'll get you in touch with the right person. So do you know what you say? Do you have any idea what happened? Did he run away or?
From my understanding, him and his mom got into a little tiff, and he took off. I mean, at 15 years old, I understand you get mad at your parents. You're going to take off for the weekend. I mean, you know what I mean? Nothing to write home about. But given that he didn't even bother showing up to school, and a lot of his friends have not seen or heard from him, it became a big problem. And his dad is severely worried and doesn't have one iota of a clue of where he could be. He did receive a call from one of his son's friends' parents. They turned it into the police, and I have not heard anything back from that as of yet. But we're hoping that he is found. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow, and it is very cold now. Mm-hmm. Gino has it right.
Yeah, it's really cold. I mean, of course, it's basically just like today was the first real cold day, or yesterday, today.
Yeah, I mean, today it was 42 degrees right now.
Oh, really? Helen says the father of my grandson's burnt his hand like that when he was doing something called shake and bake, and it blew up in his hand. That's what a lot of people are thinking. Yeah.
Definitely.
Can they ping his phone?
He didn't have his phone. His phone's at home with his mother.
Oh no.
He's not really big on the whole social media thing either. Not too sure about video games. But as far as I know, he wasn't a big gamer. He was more the outside guy. So, I mean, it's weird that for a teenager not to be big on not to be, all about social media and shit, but it happens. Juno has been helping me out, helping me and my friend out all day, trying to track his kid. Big props to her. But stores, I mean, I believe they have checked. According to the mother, they have checked. So, but we're just trying to get him home. I mean, it's only a couple weeks away. It's Thanksgiving. He's a good kid. We're trying to get it out there to where he is, good and safe. His dad literally has been on my chat asking and begging for him to come home. Oh. This hairdo is not what he has now. He has a black hairdo.
Right here?
Yeah, that's his most recent.
Yeah, the two pictures look very different, so that is important to know.
Yeah, this one here that you're seeing is as of last Friday, was a picture taken by a friend at school.
Okay, so he looks Italian or something. I don't know why I feel like that. Look at him. Anyways,
his daddy looked like that his whole life too.
Here's the
missing 15-year-old Keegan Hayes was last seen in the city on Saturday morning around 10 o'clock.
Police say he was wearing a dark hoodie, dark pants, and sneakers. He has black hair, brown eyes, is 5'9", and weighs about 115 pounds. He was riding a white bicycle at the time he went missing. If you know anything, call Johnstown Police at the number on your screen.
Political turmoil in Saratoga Springs getting another.
All right, guys. I'll share, Andrew. I'll share this on my community wall too, but I do need to go.
All right, I do apologize again for.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Everybody, go over to Trev Times. He's starting here soon if he hasn't already. So.
All right. Thank you, and I will definitely.
Keep us updated on that one too.
The more it comes in, the more I will definitely. Let everybody know.
Okay.
But
I'll for sure share it on my community wall here in just a second.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So what is Shake and Bake? Oh, thank you, Marlene. That was really nice of you. Shake and Bake, I guess, is making it's something about making meth in a bottle, like a Gatorade bottle or something, and yeah, sometimes it can blow up, I guess. It's a way to make meth, I guess. Seriously, I feel I'm so torn with this situation. I feel so bad for Cam and Allie one second, and then I feel like annoyed another second. All right, guys. We'll talk later, okay? Everybody have a good night. I might be live later. You never know. Ta-ta.